Al, do you like lore?
I actually do really like lore, yes.
Well, how much do you like it when they just dump it all on you in the middle of the episode?
I mean, it's a thing that happens
They're
sometimes.
just like, blah, 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 blah.
Remember that one part of Yakuza where he's just like, "Let me tell you everything in this office. What do you need to know?" And he just info drops everything at you.
You mean every Yakuza game?
This is basically a Yakuza game here.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Welcome to this week's episode of Jared and Now Watch Inuyasha. It is episode number 26. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing season 1, episode 26, called Secret of the Jewel of Four Souls Revealed.
God, I hate that title. It does not flow.
It's got rhythm to it, though.
Secret of the Jewel of Four Souls Revealed.
Like, it's got a little singy-songy to it.
Oh, man.
So, yes, they're back at the Demon Slayer village.
Yup. Sango is still
Sango
messed up.
is in a lot of pain and recovering, and Inuyasha's like, well, if it was me, I would have been recovered in like 3 days.
Rogue's like, nope, would have taken a month for me.
He's like, pfft. Well, I think she just get real mad and just want vengeance, and that'll make her feel all better.
Then it gets bonked.
Bank.
Bank. Although we do get the whole, like, she doesn't know where the castle is information, which we mentioned last week, but yeah.
Yes, Kagome goes to see her, and she's gone, and then Song goes out by some graves, just hanging out. And she's like, oh, you buried all the villagers. That's nice.
And you marked them.
And Kagome's like, oh, I don't know what to say here.
I can't say that it'll be fine because it's not fine, which, like, Kagome is not the brightest of girls, but kudos to her here that she's like, yeah, she's mourning, and, like, it would be very empty and hollow of me to say, like, it'll be all right or cheer up or something like that, because you can't when you lost so much. I was like,
Right.
good job, girl. Good job. Are you also applauding her?
I was also applauding, yes. She's also like, hey, I'll tell you about the jewel cave and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So she leads them there, and they're like, well, we can't get in. There's a barrier. And she's like, no, you can get through. It's not really a barrier. It's like a graveyard and everything. Just like, don't make the person in there mad, and you'll be fine.
Inuyasha does repeat graveyard to her, but his mouth doesn't move, and it was really funny to me.
Yes.
Also, it's like, oh, we need to know the incantation to get rid of it, and she's like, that there is no incantation. What are you talking about? And Miyoga's like,
There's always an incantation. She's like, no, it's not. That's not how this works. And then also Miyoga is not able to enter.
Yep. Miyoga gets.
So everyone besides Miyoga rolls into this cave, and they find the remnants of a bunch of demons and this. Is she a shrine priestess? Or just a lady who fought demons?
She was a priestess. Let me see what her official. Yeah, she's an extremely powerful priestess.
Okay. So there's a bunch of demons and the remnants of Midoriko, who are just all like petrified, I guess. Like they're stoned and everything.
They're
like
stoned.
Yeah, they're like, whoa, dude, what's up? Hello, visitors. Yo. But yes, they're like all just like this big, almost like a statue essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And Song goes like, hey, let me tell you about Midoriko and everything and how she was able to do this. And Moroku's like, yes, let me tell you about the 4 souls of the jewel. Would you like to know the 4 souls? Of course, it is Arimitama, which is courage, Nigimitama, friendship, Kushimitama, wisdom, and Sakimitama, love. They combine to form the human soul and happiness and everything.
This was funny because, like, courage was Moroku, friendship was Inuyasha,
Yeah.
Wisdom was Sango, I think, and then love was Kagome and Shippo for some reason. And I was like, what is happening? Why?
All accurate.
Sure.
Sango basically explains more of the story of Midoriko, how she beat up a demon, couldn't purify it, but then basically did something to make the Shikon jewel appear, which was actually her soul, and that encased all the demons in here, and then everything's good.
Yeah, basically she was able to just, like, punch a hole in her chest and get rid of her heart.
As you do. Normal things. Inuyasha also is just like, free. I could have done this myself.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm gonna become a full demon when I get the jewel. And then Midoriko's like, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Thank
Monster,
you for coming.
get
out.
Monster,
get out of here. It just yeets him out of the cave.
Hello, humans.
And then everyone's like, oh, I guess we're done here.
Yep.
We gotta go.
Oh no.
Shippo informs Myoga of what happened and everything. And Myoga's like, oh, yes, of course that would happen. Oh, yes, oh, interesting. Huh. Thank you, Shippo. You're sitting on the back of this bicycle. Sango chit-chats with Kagome and Moroku, and Yasha's just on top of the house, and they're like, stop trying to think you're gonna become a full demon when you get the shard. And he's like, well, whatever. First things first is we gotta beat up Naraku. Whatever.
Amazing.
Sango gives a little bit of backstory how the jewel went from here to Kikyo, essentially.
It just needed to be purified some more.
Moroku's like, I've never seen the jewel be used for anything but evil. Real weird. And then that's when he yells at Inuyasha.
Yep.
In the middle of the night, Myoga decides he's going to go into the cave, and Kirara is like, I'm going to follow you.
Yep. Also takes the jewel.
Which is, very normal. Myoga gets through with no problems, and he's like, yes, I'm going to pay respect to the priestess and everything. Oh, by the way, look at this. That's must have been where the jewel came from, of her armor and everything. Oh, that's real interesting. And then the demons inside revive, and he's like, oh no, this is very bad. Oh god, what have I done?
Yep.
Kirara basically tries to fend him off, gets trapped, and then everyone else shows up because they're like, wait, they get woken up by the tremors and everything, and are able to take care of the demons and everything. And then Inuyasha finds Moroku. He's like, "Oh, Lord Inuyasha, Kirara had me on his back, and it was just like took me in here. I didn't. It was not my fault." Inuyasha's like, "You're lying very badly.
Yeah,
I know this
why
is
would
not
Kirara
true."
have the jewel.
And Kirara just looks back and is like, "Boy, I will mess you up." So everyone leaves. Kirara stays behind and just has a little nap. And I think Moroku or someone says something about like, oh, apparently there was also like a rumor about how Midoriko couldn't have fought all those demons by themselves, and they had a help of a loyal friend. You see Midoriko and Kirara walking along.
I think it was Myoga who said that to Kagome, because Kagome is the one who narrates it, but I think it was Myoga.
Yeah, someone. I just don't remember who.
It's one of them, but anyway, yeah. Like, oh, she must have had a friend. And it's like, hello, Kirara. Kirara, hello.
Kirara nap.
Kirara nap.
And that's basically how we end this episode. It's a lot of info.
It's a lot of info. And then next week we get more of, well, not next week, but next time we will be with Inuyasha in a bit, which we'll have to explain. We'll get more of a filler episode.
Which is beneficial for us.
Yes.
Let's talk about some notes and differences.
Okay.
This episode takes place 10 days after the last episode.
Yes, it does.
Very important. Differences from the manga. In the manga, Shippo was with Kagome when they found Sango gazing at the graves.
Okay.
There is no barrier preventing the group from entering the manga, like we mentioned last week.
Yep.
All scenes involving the man who became the centerpiece for demons to merge into one are removed in the anime and remain manga exclusive even in later episodes.
Yeah, it's a whole thing about like a dude who was in love with her.
Oh, interesting. Inuyasha being thrown out of Midoriko's grave after he boasts about using the Shikon Jewel to become a demon is anime exclusive. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
All scenes of Myoga and Kirara in Midoriko's grave are anime exclusive.
Oh.
And at the end of the episode, it is implied that Kirara assisted Midoriko in her battles against the demons. No such scene exists in the manga.
Whoops.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, that is that. The next time we will talk about Inuyasha, which will be in like October. We will be discussing season 1, episode number 27, the season 1 finale.
Whoa.
Of Inuyasha, called The Lake of the Evil Water God, where we get to see a water snake.
Snake.
But of course, like you said, go ahead.
And some groundwork laying for for one of our pairs.
Yes, hopefully we get a recap of that before we dive into that episode properly.
Yeah, I really hope so. I mean, this show is really good about giving recaps.
Yeah,
but
there's a good chance at least.
Watch it be the one episode that like, you don't need a recap.
Totally could happen. Yes, like we said, we probably will not be returning to Inuyasha until October because this time next week we will be discussing our new season of Jared and Al Watch, where we are watching Love Live Superstar.
Yeah.
The new Love Live series, because of course we would. That's what we do here. So
we
that'll
do.
be what we taking over starting next week.
Mm-hmm.
So look forward to that, or you can come back in 3-4 months when
We
Inuyasha's
continue
back.
with Inuyasha.
Yes, but either way,
Inuyasha hiatus.
Inuyasha hiatus. So yeah, that is your information for what's happening coming up. But that's going to do it for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You'll also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Anladium, go to anladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. And you can buy our books, One Shining Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, and Hot Tubs and Pac-Man on Amazon.com.
Mm-hmm.
So next week, join us as we dive into the latest Love Live series, Love Live Superstar, and see how it fares against all the other series.
Yeah.